Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Fairuz Nasution with student identification number 2024-32077 from class B. Today, I will present my practicum on subnetting, variable length subnet mask, and static routing. So, I already done the theory report and then the practice report, which is I will going to explain later. Now, for the overview, uh, subnetting is a technique used to divide large IP network into smaller subnetworks by modifying the subnet mask. By modifying the subnet mask purpose of subnetting to improve IP address efficiency, reduce broadcast traffic, and simplify network management. By applying subnetting, a network can be structured according to real host requirements instead of using a single large network that may waste many IP addresses. And then the second is about variable length subnet mask, which is an efficient subnetting method that allows different subnet masks to be used within the same network. Unlike fixed length subnet masks, VLSM provides flexibility by allocating IP address based on the number of hosts needed in each subnet. In this practicum, VLSM was used because the network consists of several LAN and WAN segments with different host requirements. This approach ensures efficient IP address allocation without unnecessary waste. And then the last one is about static routing, which is a routing method where network routes are manually configured on routers. This method is simple, stable, and suitable for networks with a fixed topology. Although static routing is not flexible for large-scale networks, it is effective for small to medium networks and is commonly used in educational simulation like in this practicum. Uh, Now I'm going to explain the practice scenario and IP planning. For first, the best IP address used is in this practicum was 192.16877 and 16, whereas the value 77 was taken from the last three digits of my student ID. The network was divided into several segments with different host requirements, including 3 LANs and 3 WAN connection. PLSM was applied allocating IP addresses starting from the largest subnet to the smallest one. A subnet was assigned an apparent prefix let to meet its host requirement while maintaining efficient IP usage. So the practice implementation steps, which is the first step was creating the network topology in Cisco packet traces using routers, switches, and PCs. Structured cables were used for LAN connection, while serial DCA cables were used for WAN connection. The second step was configuring IP addresses on router interface according to the FLSM calculation results. For serial interface, a clock rate was configured to ensure proper communication. This is what it looks like from the topology. And then the third step, which is uh, configuring IP addresses on the PCs, including the subnet, max, and default gateway. This is for PC for each subnet. And then the fourth step was configuring static routing on each router so that all subnets could communicate with each other. This make they can communicate into PCs. And then the final step was testing the network using ping and at simple PDO. all devices were able to communicate successfully, indicating that the configuration was correct. So I'm going to present the one, which is we're going to add this simple video, the one with close letter, and then we want to from subnet A to subnet B. Here we can see that the PC1 and PC5 is successful homogenic. And then for the other example, we try for subnet A to subnet C, and then we can look also this is the status is successful. So for the result and conclusion, the result of this practicum showed that proper VLSM calculation and correct static routine configuration allow efficient IP address allocation and stable network communication. Through this practicum, I gained a clearer understanding of how subnetting, VLSM, and static routing work together in network design. This knowledge can be applied as a foundation for building more complex networks in the future. So I think that's all for my practice report. If I made a mistake, I said sorry, and I said thank you.